Всем привет, дорогие друзья! Сегодня мы с вами начинаем проходить новую игру. Это у нас Fallout New Vegas.
War never
Война
changes.
не меняется.
When atomic fire consumed the
Когда
earth,
Земля
those who
легла на
survived did so in great
век, кто
underground
уцелел,
vaults.
открылись в огромных подземных
When
убежищах.
they opened, their
Когда они
inhabitants set out
открылись,
across the
их
ruins of
жители
the old
заселили
world to
руины
build
старого
new
мира,
societies,
основали
establishing
новые
villages,
сообщества, деревни,
forming
племена.
tribes. As decades passed,
Спустя
what had been the
десятилетия
American
остаток
Southwest
юго-запада США,
united beneath the flag of the new
объединенная под
California Republic,
знаменем новой,
dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name? I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell. Welcome to Good Springs. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
Давайте панка вот ставим. Давайте вот такие будут. Это черт. Ну, давайте вообще без... Всё. Это, кстати, хорошая штука. Все, думаю. В принципе, особенно заморачиваться не надо.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room, over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
Я вам советую, вот, что вы найдете, сразу же забирать у доктора себе, поскольку это здесь, кстати, есть очень довольно-таки полезные вещи.
Ooh, looking good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try. We'll learn right quick if you got back all your faculties.
Так, если вы харизма, ну. Мать, остановите. Интеллект, ловкость. Сейчас во взломы. Че они просто уже.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard score there, but after what you've been through, I'd say that's great.
Старайтесь облутать весь дом, забрать все, что,
Vitals are good. But that
что
don't
продадим.
didn't leave you nuttered in a big and dropping. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if we got some stuff.
Только вот где красное, я не советую вам. Вот доктор обидится немного. Водичку. Играем все. Чтобы забрали. Надо брать. Дом за. Отлично.
All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog.
Собака. Кошка.
House.
Убежище.
Night.
Сон.
Bandit.
катастроф,
Light.
вспыш.
Mother.
Живой щит.
Okay. Now I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature.
Верно.
I ain't given to relying on others for support. I'm always fixin' to be the center of attention. I'm slow to embrace new ideas. I charge in to deal with my problems head on. Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see. Okay. How about this one? Last one. Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
Ну. Злом. Красноречие взял.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
Спел. Что? Дикая.
All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out. Here, these are... They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all... Ain't much use to be now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what... And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style, and... don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Я знаю, что такое хор. За ожиданно. Дополнительно. Ты. Стой. Стой. Что у нас вообще есть? Так. Ну, как говорится, поспешим людей, насмешим. Что там? Ай, прыгай. Кстати, мотоцикл прикольный. Кустик.
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you? The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more. Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners. Nah. Means I poke through old buildings looking for working tech and such. Some folks just call it salvaging, but never liked the term. Way I see it, salvage means it's broken, near worthless. Me, I look for the good stuff. Guns, chems, spare parts. Good money in it. Nope. Had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river, but got run off by raiders. Eventually got too old to keep going out. Don't get me wrong, the NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of them whether you like it or not. Towns like Goodsprings and Prim don't stay independent for long, not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away. They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job, though. The Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam. My money's still on the NCR winning, but you never know. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side of the river, so keep a gun handy. You don't want to get caught by them. The dam powers a lot of New Vegas, and then there's all that clean water lying in Lake Mead, too. Anybody who owns the dam owns the territory. Meat and hide, mostly. Can't put a pack on them. They just lay down until you take it off. Can find a bunch of wild ones high up in the hills, but gotta be careful around them. They can put up a decent fight if cornered. The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken down relic with no place to be.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to. Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
Yeah, please.
Everything all right? Well, let's just finish this first, all right? Then we could talk. Preferably somewhere where I can get a stiff drink and Cheyenne can keep cool.
Так, мы...
Howdy.
Шлите в туалет. Так, определенно. Заимствовать ничего не. Ну, пошлите тогда на улицу.
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them.
В смысле, прям прицелишь на него.
That's the right idea. Look down the sight. Try crouching down and staying still. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to... Suit yourself. Hope this helped you some. I'm heading back now. Hey, do...
Я предлагал. Тебя помню? Рушил волк.
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer? Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Prim is the town with a roller coaster straight south. Can't miss it. NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can. Not in Good Springs, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it, take these. If the lock's too much for you to handle, reading through the magazine might give you the edge you need. You'll need those to pick the lock. Be careful, though. Put too much pressure on them, and they'll snap. Always happy to help someone down on their luck. I hunt geckos mostly. The meat's pretty good, and I can always find a buyer for the hides. I also help keep the town clear of rat scorpions and coyotes. Not many people live in Good Springs, so wildlife is always creeping in. Sure, what do you want to know? Southeast of here is Prim, can't miss it. Since it has the giant old roller coaster right in the middle of town. The NCR's got an outpost there. If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. They mine rocks or something, but I heard they got troubles lately. I wouldn't head that direction if I were you, though. Got critters up there that don't take kindly to getting shot. The new California Republic. Bunch of settlers and soldiers coming in from the west, fixing on making Nevada their own. They can be right pushy, but the roads are safer because of them, so I tend to let it go. Not that I got a choice. Well, the wildlife for one thing, rowdy locals for another. They're protecting their own. Just happens to help us. They've been holding off this other group from the east, too. Got a funny name. Call themselves Caesar's Legion. Never seen them in these parts, so I couldn't tell you much. I hear rumors, that's about it. Supposedly they keep slaves and they got some real nasty ways of killing folks. But maybe that's just something folks in the NCR cooked up to make themselves seem more useful here. Less uninvited. Around here, mostly coyotes and geckos. The coyotes are pretty dangerous in large packs, but otherwise they're nothing to really worry about. The geckos aren't too tough, but they've got a nasty bite. I've heard about bigger, nastier versions out in the wasteland, but I've never seen them. Stick to the roads when you can, and steer clear of the hills north of Good Springs. The critters up there are big and poisonous. If you want to know anything else, just ask. Until next time.
Точно.
Hi there, sticking around Good...
Все, мы все обо всем
Until next time.
поговорили.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground.
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome. I'm sure I've got something you like.
Давайте все и Сейчас, дорогие друзья. Алло. Так, продолжим. Тихо, тихо. Очень много. Немножко. Очень не- Вряд ли он.
Give me a shout if you need anything else. Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him. He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill. You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten all he wants. Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him. Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. It was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now. All right. If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Goodsprings. I'd even set you up with a discount. Of course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gangers mad, and they've got a lot of friends out there. Don't know why you'd want to do a thing like that. Yep, you'd get on their good side, but people around here wouldn't appreciate it one bit. He's a convict, just without the chains. Said his name was Cobb. Powder gangers is what they call themselves. Plenty more like him out there. Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor, by accident, and it hasn't been working since. They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back. That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know. I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up. Sure, the outside looks okay, but I think something broke on the inside. There'd be caps in it for you. I do like to hear what's going on in the world, and that Mr. New Vegas seems like such a gentleman. I know that thing as much as anyone else around here. It mostly keeps to itself, which is just fine by me. Other than rolling around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful as far as I can tell. I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It's never helped anyone before. It acts friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cowboy act. I find it all very creepy. It was here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago. Some people have said its owner lived here, but no one knows who it was. Fine by me. Mostly traders looking to buy bighorn or meat and hides. The traders are the main reason the general store manages to stay in business. Most travelers heading south on the I-15 just push on towards Prim, unless they're in desperate need of supplies. There's always something interesting going on, but the biggest news has to be the come and dust up between the NCR and the Legion over the dam. The new California Republic's got the most power in Nevada. Money, troops, you name it. They do what they can to keep things safe in the region, but if you ask me, they're trying to do too much. They're spread too thin. I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one of the few places around that can make electricity. The Legion are a bunch of savages, though. No idea why they'd want the dam. Probably plan on destroying it or something. Slavers, killers, and all other kinds of trouble. They dress up like Roman soldiers, so there's no mistaking it when you see them. The rumor is that the Legion is far larger than the NCR lets on, and that it's been due to luck that the Legion hasn't overrun the territory. Be careful out there.
What the hell is your problem? What do you want? He's some with... Yeah.
Отлично. Ладно. Здесь тайник, что ли? Нет. В здании был тайник. Где-то в тех зданиях. Эти здания выполнить сначала.
That's close enough. Who are you? Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got... Yeah, he doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight. I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own. We'd just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board... Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
Товаром.
So what's going on? Did Sonny agree to help? Oh.
Можно вещи пусть. Что-то. Туалет. Вес. Бегать, да. Ладно, повыкидывал небольшой. Чтобы... О, стоять.
Howdy, partner.
Скоро сколько...
What's
Где-то здесь уже подрывники. Давайте пообщаемся тогда с этим, с девушкой этой. Вообще зачем нам стоять? Не нужно. А стоит тоже, можно же забиндить, я забыл совсем. Так. я уже сам.
Hi there. Sticking around. Say no more. Joke. However, if you... I know... Easy.
So you're planning on taking on... I was... Let me... Well... Be careful out there.
Где?
Howdy.
Нет.
Wait. Howdy.
Нет. А деда дели. Житель. Деда теле.
Howdy.
Вот, кстати, потом вот туда в эту школу пойдем.
Welcome back.
Друг другу.
See. Well, ain't...
Так мы знаем.
So what's going on?
Time to look alive. At least 6, Joe Cobb included. They look pretty. I'll be. We can talk after this is over.
Представляете? Что ты мажешь, господи? Страшного.
I owe you a huge favor for this. Here. I'll stick around for a bit longer, but I'll be gone in a few days. If you ever visit New Vegas, look me up at the Crimson Caravan Camp.
Отлично, осталось тихо.
That ought to keep things...
Обычно же. Да. Надо с ней.
I'm glad that business is over. Got a special discount for you after what you done for us.
Ну, давайте. Не нужно.
Give me a shout if you need anything else.
По весу, что там. Точно. Где что я нет. Сейчас идем в школу. Я думаю, на этом закончим уже. Что вообще по заданиям? Да нет, я хочу идти в дополнение пока что. Тут таракан. Эти. Ошибочка, извини. Вроде бы яйца трогать. Сразу яйца. Эти шкафчики. Ну все, в принципе, все будет. В принципе. Ладно, дорогие друзья, на этом закончим. В принципе, мы вот с Гудспринга все задания сделали, которые более такие популярные. Школу тоже прошли, посмотрели. уничтожили врага, и сейчас уже надо будет отправляться в Приму, там, к аттракционам, к бойцам КНР. Как бы там еще больше будет опасности разной. Ладно, дорогие друзья, всем спасибо и до свидания.